they going through as a mom, but I will call you a bad mom if you are actively doing shit happen to you as a child to your new children.
I like my dude and I hate her. I have no control over what the internet say, baby. I can't control what the internet say.
Kayleigh G built her entire TikTok empire on being relatable, the mom who kept it real, the one who wasn't afraid to show the messy side of parenting. But last night, everything changed, because now, CPS, yes, Child Protective Services is back in the picture. And this time, the whispers online are getting louder. People aren't just questioning her parenting. They're accusing her of something far more disturbing. It started with a single video, one she thought was harmless until viewers started slowing it down, analyzing every frame, and finding details she couldn't explain. And then came the DMs, the screenshots, the so-called leaked report that claimed CPS had already warned her months ago. By the time the sun came up, the hashtag Kayleigh G exposed was all over TikTok, and every creator in the mom content space was weighing in. Some defended her, others said, "We told you this was coming." But here's the thing, this isn't just about one controversial video. The real story goes back months, maybe even years. And the deeper you dig, the darker it gets, because if these insider leaks are even half true, Kayleigh's entire brand could be seconds away from crumbling. Before she was labeled TikTok's worst mom, Kayleigh G was just another face in the endless scroll of family vloggers until she found her angle. While other moms on the platform focused on picture-perfect homes, healthy recipes, and smiling kids, Kayleigh went the opposite route. She branded herself as raw, unfiltered, and chaotic. Her kitchen was always messy. Her hair was always undone. She cursed on camera, laughed about skipping chores, and filmed her kids in every possible mood, crying, screaming, acting out. It was this authenticity that drew millions of followers who said she made them feel seen. But behind the laughs, cracks were already forming. Small controversies popped up early on. Viewers noticed her kids often looked unkempt, eating junk food in almost every video. There were clips of them staying up past 2 a.m., wandering around with no supervision. Some fans defended her, saying every parent has those days, while others started raising red flags. The first big wave of backlash came when she live-streamed during what she called a parenting breakdown. In the video, she screamed at her eldest son for spilling a drink, threw a plastic cup against the wall, and then laughed it off moments later.
Like, oh God, she just be unladylike. So I'm like, really sleep disgusted, right? Because I'm never judgmental. But that shit, I just didn't want to do it. I'm used to have, I had girly girls, like, I like girly girls, real. I had been in a relationship with a woman once upon a time for 7 years. I had never smelled her pants gas. She never was musty. I never had the, and ain't nothing wrong with like the little hairy coochie. Can I say coochie on her? Ain't nothing wrong with little hairy coochie. I get some little hairy coochie. Little hairy coochie be cool. But she just go too far, like, man, you got an afro down here like a nigga can't even down there see the junk. You gotta get a straight and call and part, they won't get to the junk. Like what? Like, she just be unladylike, so I don't like this shit. I like girly girls and shit. I don't like no trifling hair. Like, you don't clean up. Oh God. The house filthy, don't clean up, bathroom. Filthy as a motherfucker.
Viewers flooded her comments, calling it emotional abuse, but Kayleigh brushed it off, claiming it was just her sense of humor. Then came the whispers about CPS. About 8 months ago, one TikTok user posted a now viral clip claiming they had a friend who worked in child welfare and that Kayleigh's name had come up more than once. The video was vague, but it lit a spark. Suddenly, CPS visit became a recurring phrase in her comment section. Kayleigh, of course, denied it. She posted a sarcastic TikTok saying, "Yeah, guys, CPS totally loves to come over for coffee. We're besties." She even danced to a trending audio while holding a mug that read, "World's okayest mom." Her loyal followers laughed. Her critics didn't. Things simmered down for a while until 3 weeks ago. That's when she uploaded the video, the one that started this latest firestorm. It showed her toddler wandering into the street barefoot while she sat on the porch scrolling through her phone. She claimed the clip was staged to make a joke about distracted parenting, But people weren't laughing. Screenshots flooded in showing her child's genuine confusion and fear in that moment. The backlash was immediate and intense. Parenting. Influencers with huge followings made duets calling her reckless. Mental health advocates urged followers to report her content. And then, 2 days later, a mysterious TikTok account with 0 followers posted what they claimed was a CPS intake summary with Kayleigh's name blurred out, but enough details to make the connection obvious. It described multiple concerns regarding supervision, safety hazards in the home, and inappropriate content involving minors posted online. Kayleigh went live again, this time in tears, but instead of clearing things up, she lashed out at her audience. "Y'all are ruining my life over jokes. You don't know what it's like being a single mom trying to make ends meet. This is my job, my income. Without TikTok, we don't eat." But her emotional outburst only fueled the fire. The CPS rumors weren't going away. They were multiplying. And that's when the so-called insiders started sending DMs to gossip pages, claiming this wasn't the first time Kayleigh had been warned, that she'd been told months ago to stop filming certain types of content, and ignored the warning. Now, it wasn't just a parenting controversy. It was a question of whether Kayleigh had defied official orders. And if that was true, CPS might not just be checking in this time. It started like every other night in the messy, unpredictable world of TikTok drama until a post from an anonymous account detonated the entire conversation. At exactly 9:42 p.m., a burner profile called @ProtectThekisno uploaded 3 screenshots that they claimed were from an official CPS case file. The profile had no videos, no profile picture, nothing that could identify the user. But the captions were ice cold. For those still defending Kayleigh G, read the official words from the people who actually knocked on her door. The first screenshot showed what appeared to be a summary of a home visit, dated just 2 months ago. The text read, "Upon arrival, the residence was in a state of significant disarray. Multiple safety hazards observed, broken glass on the floor, open cleaning chemicals within reach of minors, and unsecured front door leading directly to roadway." The second image was worse. It detailed a pattern of neglect, including inconsistent meal preparation and inappropriate exposure of minors in social media content. And then came the line that made the internet collectively gasp. "Mother was advised in previous visit to cease filming children in states of distress for public entertainment purposes. Advisory appears to have been disregarded." That single sentence confirmed what the rumors had been whispering for months, that Kayleigh had already been warned and ignored it. The third screenshot was almost unbearable to read. It described an incident witnessed via publicly posted live video in which Kayleigh left her youngest unattended for approximately 7 minutes while she engaged in an argument with online viewers. The report claimed a neighbor had intervened to remove the child from the street. TikTok lost its mind. Within 15 minutes, the screenshots had been reposted to every major gossip page, complete with red circles and arrows pointing to damning details. The hashtag CPS was right began trending across TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram simultaneously. Kayleigh's reaction was swift and disastrous. She went live visibly shaking, eyeliner smudged, pacing back and forth in her cluttered kitchen. Instead of calmly denying the allegations, she lashed out at the haters and accused the anonymous account of fabricating CPS records to ruin her life. She insisted she had never put her children in danger, claiming the Barefoot Street incident was a misunderstanding and the broken glass was a craft project gone wrong. But here's where it got even messier. As she was speaking, thousands of viewers were screen recording the live. And at one point, her eldest child wandered into the frame wearing only a diaper and holding an open soda can at 11:30 p.m. The chat exploded. "Kayleigh, it's literally happening right now. That's not staged, girl. You're proving CPS right on live." She quickly sent the child out of the room, but the damage was done. Clips from the live hit TikTok within the hour. Captioned, "She can't even hold it together during the scandal." And then, the first twist dropped. Another anonymous source, this one claiming to be a former friend of Kayleigh's, messaged a popular TikTok T account with a bombshell. CPS had allegedly already scheduled a follow-up visit for later this week. The source claimed Kayleigh knew about it and was panicking behind the scenes, trying to stage the house and script the kids for when the caseworker arrived. They even alleged that Kayleigh had reached out to a few smaller influencers she'd befriended, asking them to collab during the visit so she could appear more involved and wholesome on camera. If that was true, it wasn't just a parenting scandal anymore, it was an accusation of manipulating the system in plain sight. By midnight, the narrative had shifted from "is Kayleigh a bad mom?" to "how far will Kayleigh go to protect her image?" And the internet, hungry for blood, was digging deeper. Someone unearthed an old clip from last year where Kayleigh joked about knowing the CPS schedule and having a system for when they show up. At the time, people took it as a sarcastic exaggeration. Now, it looked like a confession hiding in plain sight, and just when the pile-on seemed like it couldn't get any worse, a new TikTok popped up. It was only 12 seconds long, filmed from what looked like across the street from Kayleigh's house. The caption read, "They're here." The video showed a white SUV with government plates pulling up to her driveway. The grainy 12-second clip of the white SUV pulling up to Kayleigh's driveway hit TikTok like an earthquake. Every frame was dissected. Viewers zoomed in on the license plate, the notepad in the worker's hand, even the way Kayleigh's front curtains twitched as she peeked out. At 10:14 a.m. the next morning, the internet got its first real-time glimpse of the chaos. A neighbor, a woman named Sharon, who had already gone semi-viral once for complaining about Kayleigh's late-night parties, started live streaming from her upstairs window. "Y'all, CPS is literally inside right now. She's been pacing her kitchen like a caged animal. I can see her through the blinds." Over 40,000 people tuned into Sharon's stream within minutes. Viewers commented live as Kayleigh frantically cleaned up toys, shoved piles of laundry into closets, and shockingly seemed to hand her phone to someone in a hoodie who disappeared into the back room. Insiders later claimed that person was her backup filmer, a friend tasked with recording the entire visit for Kayleigh's personal use. Why? To protect herself, or, as her critics suggested, to selectively edit footage for a sympathetic post later. The visit lasted 47 minutes. When the caseworker finally left, Kayleigh did something no one expected. She went live immediately. She plastered on a smile, kids sitting neatly at the table behind her eating cereal, and cheerfully announced, "We're fine. Everything's fine." CPS came, saw the kids, said they're thriving, and left. Haters can stay mad. But here's the twist: within 2 hours, Sharon posted her footage from across the street, showing the caseworker leaving and stopping to speak with a man standing by the curb. That man, Jordan Michaels, Kayleigh's ex-boyfriend, former roommate, and someone who has been openly calling her dangerous for months. Jordan later went live on his own account, dropping the bombshell. He had personally submitted the latest CPS complaint. He claimed to have sent hours of video to the agency, allegedly showing unsafe situations that never made it to Kayleigh's public TikTok feed. What she posts online is the sanitized version. The real stuff, the yelling, the neglect, the way those kids get ignored for hours while she's chasing views, that's what I gave them. And trust me, they took notes. This revelation flipped the narrative again. For weeks, Kayleigh had been painting herself as the victim of random trolls trying to ruin her. Now, it looked like the biggest threat to her TikTok empire was someone who had lived inside her house and could prove his claims. The internet went wild. Fans demanded to see the alleged hours of footage. Detractors flooded Kayleigh's comments with references to Jordan's tapes, and then another account surfaced. An anonymous TikTok named that Inside Kayleigh began posting short, shaky clips filmed indoors showing piles of dirty dishes, overflowing trash cans, and kids playing near open front doors. The captions claimed the footage came from a hidden camera Jordan had set up before moving out. Kayleigh denied it instantly, calling it deepfake garbage, but the timestamps in the corners of the videos matched dates just days before. Jordan left. By nightfall, mainstream news outlets were sniffing around the story. A popular morning show teased, "When parenting goes public, the TikTok star under investigation." We speak to the ex, who says Child Protective Services isn't moving fast enough. The stage was set. Kayleigh wasn't just fighting angry commenters now, she was up against a growing media circus, an ex with a personal vendetta, and what looked like damning visual evidence being drip-fed to the public. And yet, the most shocking detail of the day hadn't even surfaced yet. Late that night, at Protect Thekis, the same burner account that posted the alleged CPS file uploaded a new post. It was a heavily blurred photo of what appeared to be Kayleigh inside a CPS office, sitting across from two people in uniform. The caption? "She's not just a check-in case anymore." By the next morning, TikTok was a war zone. The hashtag CPS was right had passed 11 million views, and Kayleigh G's name was trending not just on TikTok, but on Twitter, Facebook, and even Reddit parenting forums. Every corner of the internet seemed to have an opinion, and no one was staying neutral. On one side were her die-hard supporters, defending her with hashtags like #leave Kayleigh alone and #momleafice_messy. They argued that CPS overreacts, and that online parenting styles shouldn't be judged by strangers who don't know the full story. Some even claimed Jordan was clout-chasing and exploiting the kids for revenge. On the other side, a tidal wave of critics, influencers, and even former fans who had finally had enough. Parenting coaches posted videos breaking down every safety hazard seen in Kayleigh's content. Child advocacy accounts urged followers to document and report if they spotted similar behavior. One particularly damning duet came from a TikTok creator with 2.3 million followers who played Kayleigh's latest live on one side of the screen, while rolling Jordan's leaked footage on the other. The caption, "You decide. Is this just messy mom life, or is this neglect?" The comment section turned into a feeding frenzy. "This is neglect. Period. She's playing the victim while her kids suffer. If this was a dad doing these things, CPS would have taken the kids already." Then came the celebrity reaction. A well-known reality TV mom whose own messy parenting drama once made headlines tweeted, "I made mistakes, but never this bad. This is heartbreaking. Those kids need a break from the cameras." That single tweet was picked up by multiple entertainment blogs, giving the story a boost into mainstream pop culture coverage. Brands began reacting next, quietly at first, then very publicly. Kayleigh's affiliate links to a major kids' clothing line suddenly led to Page Not Found, a company she had done a sponsored cleaning product video for 2 months ago, posted an Instagram story saying they do not condone unsafe environments for children. It didn't take long for followers to realize Kayleigh's business partnerships were dropping off one by one. Meanwhile, Jordan wasn't letting up. He posted a TikTok titled "The Videos She Doesn't Show You," with clips of the kids eating candy for breakfast, playing in the street, and even what appeared to be Kayleigh leaving them unattended in the bathtub while she took a phone call. He didn't post faces, but the clothing, voices, and house layout made it obvious who was who. Kayleigh tried to clap back, claiming Jordan had doctored the videos to make her look bad. But every time she went live to defend herself, her views filled with troll comments. "Where's CPS now? Did they light the broken glass this time? Jordan's receipts are killing your career." To make matters worse, one of TikTok's biggest gossip podcasters released a full 30-minute breakdown of the timeline from Kayleigh's earliest controversies to the current CPS chaos, complete with side-by-side comparisons of her public content and the alleged leaked videos. It ended with the chilling statement, "If even half of this is true, she's done." Not just as an influencer, but as a parent with public custody. By the end of the day, it wasn't just TikTok drama anymore. Mainstream media had officially entered the chat, and with them came lawyers, legal analysts, and child welfare experts. Some speculated live on air that CPS might be preparing a case for removal, not just check-ins. And that's when an unverified but viral rumor began to circulate. Kayleigh's kids might already be staying somewhere else. No proof, no confirmation, but enough buzz to set the internet on fire. The rumors started small, a vague comment under a viral CPS video. "They're not even with her right now." At first, people brushed it off as troll bait. But then, multiple users began claiming they had friends of friends in Kayleigh's neighborhood who had not seen the kids for days. Others claimed they spotted her running errands alone, looking stressed and disheveled, without a stroller or car seats inside. By evening, the whispers had turned into a deafening roar. A TikTok creator with a reputation for never missing Auntie posted a cryptic video. "There's a reason CPS was at that house twice this week. And there's a reason the kids haven't been seen. She's not telling you the full story, but I will soon." The comment section exploded. "OMG, did they take them? This is bigger than we thought. Jordan definitely knows something." And then, the bombshell, Jordan went live, smirking, sipping from a mug, as tens of thousands flooded in. He started casually, thanking viewers for all the support, before dropping the sentence that made jaws hit the floor. "Let's just say, the safest place for those kids right now isn't with Kayleigh." Gasps filled the chat. People begged him to clarify, but he would now try to say CPS took them. Instead, he leaned back and teased that another insider was about to spill. An hour later, it happened. At Protecticus, the mysterious burner account that started this entire mess posted a 15-second audio clip. The muffled voices were hard to make out, but one was clearly Kayleigh's. The other, a calm, professional tone, said, "They'll remain with the temporary guardian until the follow-up hearing." Temporary guardian. Hearing. The two words sent shockwaves through the internet. Speculation went into overdrive. Who was the guardian? Was it Jordan? A family member? One of the neighbors? Some even floated the theory that Kayleigh's own mother, whom she'd previously blasted online as toxic, had stepped in to take them. Kayleigh stayed silent for 24 hours, a move that only fueled the frenzy. Every second she didn't post, new theories popped up. TikTok live trackers showed she was active on the app privately but avoiding going live. Then, just when people thought she might try to downplay the story, she posted a single black Instagram story with white text. "You don't know the half of it." No explanation, no denial. Just a sentence dripping with both threat and desperation. The implication was clear: she was either about to fight back with her own truth or she was preparing to drag everyone else down with her. And that's where it ended for now, because the one question no one could answer yet was the one haunting everyone's For You page. If CPS was right, then what exactly happens to Kayleigh next? So now you've seen it all: the CPS visits, the neighbor's live stream, Jordan's damning leaks, the anonymous burner account, and the chilling possibility that Kayleigh's kids are no longer living under her roof. But here's the thing, this story is far from over. Because if what we've heard about a temporary guardian and an upcoming hearing is true, then the next chapter in this saga could be the most explosive yet. Imagine the courtroom drama, the possible witness testimonies, and the kind of receipts both sides might try to pull out in front of a judge. And let's be real, Kayleigh isn't the type to go down quietly. We've all seen how she handles her haters. If she's got anything on Jordan, or even on CPS itself, she might be gearing up to drop it in a last-ditch attempt to save her brand and her family. Now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Kayleigh is the victim of a coordinated smear campaign, or do you think CPS was absolutely right to step in? Do you trust Jordan's videos, or do you think they're edited to make her look worse than she really is? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't just say yes or no. Tell us why you're on the side you're on. This is the kind of case where public opinion can completely change the direction of the conversation. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications, because when the next wave of receipts drops, and trust me, it's coming, you'll want to be here to break it down with us first. And remember, in stories like this, the truth isn't always what it seems.